Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock. And yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Tuesday, guys. Want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as season. I got a word for you. Tap in. Happy Tuesday, guys. Happy Tuesday morning, depending on where you guys are, my chosen brothers and sisters. I want to speak to you guys about a couple of downloads. I want to speak in regards to don't allow anyone to get you out of place. I want to speak in regards to some of you guys may be relocated. You may feel a heavy conviction to move. Or even if you have already been relocated, you may feel an urge that God is going to be relocating you again soon. For some of you, it may not be a physical location, if you will, but we'll see where it goes. I also want to speak in regards to it is not your job to figure out the how. Meaning, if God has given you a promise, it is not your job to figure out the how. Trying to figure out the how can be a major distraction. We'll talk about that. Let's speak really quickly in regards to don't let anybody get you out your place. All right, so now I'm speaking specifically. If God has given you a certain idea, a download, this is not even a physical place, if you will, get you out of your place. I mean, it can be. Take your scenario, get in where you fit in, plug it in, right? But if God has given you some kind of idea, some kind of witty idea and invention, some kind of something, but now, wow, I just got a download. I just got a download. Oh my goodness. Okay, so God has given you some kind of idea, right? And for a great while, you've been seeing fruit on it, because this is how you know when you're in alignment and that you're really moving on what God has, because you see fruit on things. Now, there may be seasons where that fruit will dry up, and that's a whole nother recording in itself, if you will, but you'll start to see fruits on things, right? You'll see movement and volume because you're in alignment. But then you may hit a season where things start to become stagnant. Now, again, just a few things that can be something that we're doing on our end, right? That can be some kind of attack against it. But right now, what I'm speaking on is okay. So because there's a lot going on spiritually, like there's a shift. Ultimately, the first shall be last, the last shall be first type of shift, right? There's a lot of moving parts going on in the spiritual realm right now. So this is equivalent on how there's times where your spirit can be so excited and you feel like massive amounts of movement, like you're moving at an accelerated rate. And then there might be the next month you feel stuck and you feel stagnant. Like you feel like, okay, well, wait a minute. I went from just like running like a chicken with my head cut off last month. And now it seems like God went silent on me again. Okay, so that's equivalent to different things that goes on the spiritual realm that we just don't know about. Well, part of that can be the very thing that you're dealing with now that has become stagnant. So if you're not careful, you will feel that because it became stagnant. Now, let me go out and venture out to see if I can try it this way. Meaning, let me close shop on it this way, because there's no movement. Like the season has come to an end. Now, let's be clear here, right? Again, that's why you have to know where you are spiritually, because for some people, it could be that. It truly could be the season for that thing has came to an end. Or maybe just in this season and God may bring it back around. But again, I'm speaking specifically to the season for it. You don't have any type of confirmation that the season for it is up. In fact, this is something that God uses to help you within your ministry. So he needs it to flourish. But because it's stagnant right now, you may be trying to think, well, I'm going to stop doing it this way, and then I'm just going to do it this way. I'm going to shut the store down, and then I'll just put it on social media. Or I'll pull it off social media, and then I'll go maybe purchase a building. Like Be careful. Be careful, because you got to really tap in and know what God is saying to you, right? So for a lot of this stuff, it may be stagnant now because, again, there's so much stuff going on in the spiritual realm. And while other people are using logic, if you will, to try to figure out, it can even feel like, well, wait a minute now, because when I started it, it wasn't all this this volume, right? And now, like, the market is flooded. So it's almost like I feel like my things are no longer this, that, and the third. And the whole time, other people are thinking with logic and they're getting out of place. But you're moving on spirit. So if God says stay put, the wisest thing you can do is stay put, because God knows at some point, see, he's shifting all of the people out of the market, because half of these people probably have done it the wrong way. Half of them are not even operating by the right spirit. Remember, we're in a season now where we're speaking about kingdom currency. So if you're not tapped in to kingdom currency, kingdom wealth, you're going to be shifted. So he's shifting. Allow him to shift out all the people who was never supposed to even be there. Allow him to shift out all the people who are using things from a demonic place, right? They're moving things from just evil spirits. I'll just say that, right? And here you are, you're moving accordingly. So while things are stagnant, the enemy is making you think, I need to do it this way. I need to follow. Let me just Google and see how everybody is doing. No. Be still. Unless you've heard a clear download and revelation for you to do it elsewhere. He didn't give you the idea. He didn't give you the instruction just for you to give up on it so soon. So in 1 month, things can be stuck and stagnant. In the next month, boom, full acceleration, because every other thing, every other spirit has been moved out of place. You're in place. God is very strategic, but you got to get to the secret place. You got to press in for yourself, because again, when we're talking about, let it be religion or church per se, the building, like a lot of this stuff is corporate stuff. It's almost like the word can be given corporately and for everybody else. But there are specific things for you in your life. Specific instructions. I mean, specific, that has nothing to do with anybody else. Do you guys know how many downloads I get that I don't even share on social media because I don't have the conviction to share it? Because it's like, this is for you. Don't even speak on this because of monitoring spirits. I bind you up in the name of Jesus, period, right? Don't even speak on this because of monitoring. So everything that I share is not even always for me. But when you get to the secret place, there are literally specific downloads and intricate details for your life. So please stop depending on everybody else. You're running your pastors down. These people got their own issues going on. They're stressed out. Because we're lazy and we don't want to do the work, right? I used to be guilty of that too. Like, please, do you got to work for me, right? So yeah, guys, if you don't feel that you have a clear revelation, instruction to do something differently, be still. God is moving other things out of the way, and you're going to see an increase in volume that's going to hit that thing. Next, let's talk about, it's not your job to figure out the how. I wish I had known that long ago. I would have saved myself some stress, right? Our job is to follow our instruction. You will be given an instruction, but we're not God, so we can't make it happen. So the enemy will have you chasing the wrong people, thinking this is going to be the person that God uses, right? Beating down the wrong doors, which is going to ultimately tire you out because it's watering dead grass. Now you're frustrated. Now you feel like, well, it's a familiar spirit. Let me start something else because obviously I don't see the hand of God moving. We cannot make it happen. Trust me when I tell you, I've learned the hard way. Our job is to get to the secret place. Our job is to tap in. Our job is to be disciplined. Our job is to be sure that we have no open doors so we can hear clear, listen, transparent moment. I said it yesterday, right? Just being transparent and honest here. For the last few weeks, I don't know, 2-3 weeks, I've just been having a lot of fun. Just too much. Just too much fun. Too much fun. And I was feeling like no downloads are really coming in. Like I feel so like everything's like a blur, right? And once I got myself back together, right, your girl had to get honey, I felt that conviction. Like, girl, if you can get back in place, right, you can play around if you want, right? So I got back so aligned yesterday. And when I tell you the downloads that came so clear, I say all that to say, make sure that, quote unquote, you can't hear from God is not because of something you're doing. Because it's almost like if God has something to say to you, he's going to wait until you get back in full alignment. It's like he's not going to speak to you when you're just like in partial alignment. But when you tap in, whatever he's revealed to you, whatever prayer that you pray, whatever he's shown you, right? Your vision, your destiny, this is that and third, the next season, he's going to give you, and there's an instruction. Now, let's be clear, of course, there's times where God can come and just boom, drop a blessing in your lap, especially if it's something when it comes down to like a sense of urgency, if you will. But I'm speaking about next level shifts. Next level shifts many times. Okay, so like they can literally happen overnight, meaning you go from one level and then you enter the next by some kind of increase. Like those shifts happen like this. But leading up to them, it's I don't know if I want to use the word slow, if you will, but it's almost like very detail oriented. Like he'll give you an instruction, then you have to wait a while, then you have to work something, then you're going to hit some kind of season of attack with it, where something's going to come against you, where that thing doesn't manifest. We're in alignment to receive it. And then like you will have some moving parts with the instruction that he gave you. You move along with it. And then, oh my God, what am I? Then all of a sudden, favor will hit it all of a sudden. And then that's when it goes from like a light switch. So the shift of the next season can happen like this. Trust me, I've had a few. But there is an instruction that you will be given that will take time. Things you have to do, things you have to apply, things you have to go to war against, things you have to stand in faith against. There's things you have to do. It's not a hasty move. And that's why I missed it in prior seasons, because it's like you get the instruction and then now you're trying to beat the door down because you have the instruction. No, the instruction is just the download. The instruction is just the knowledge. You don't have the wisdom. You haven't received the wisdom yet by sitting and getting, right, what I need you to do, where you go, where you apply. That can take time. And then boom, favor hits it, you shift to the next level overnight. I'll give you an example. Let me think of something so I can make it make sense. Um, let's say you're looking for a job. For whatever reason, you're just looking, maybe you lost a job or you just want a new job, whatever. You're looking for a job. In fact, you lost a job. Like you're in a very, very down season. I mean, you lost a job. You probably lost your house. You're about to lose your car. It's like one of those seasons, honey, right? Disclaimer there. Sometimes, a lot of the times, these kind of season is a clear indication that he's about to shift you to a new level. You will lose a lot of things. It will feel like your life has been turned upside down, honey. You're probably in isolation. You don't have a man. You don't have a woman. Honey, you're all by yourself somewhere, right? That's also a clear indication that God is about to shift you. It feels like hell, but he's about to shift you to the next level. You just got to get through this, right? So you lost the job and you've applied to, oh my goodness, I just had another download. Let me say this really quickly. I don't even like to talk on stuff like this. Okay, so, but I feel like it's very, it can be a great example. So I was on TikTok, just scrolling, and this gentleman had made a video. Some of you guys may have seen it. I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember what city he was in. And he was at Walmart and he was posting this video showing that how many cars were out there, meaning people who were homeless. A lot of these people had jobs, but they were homeless, of course, because of everything that we're going through now. And I mean, it was probably like, I don't know, 50, 75 cars of people. It was the middle of the morning, like 3 o'clock in the morning. And people are just sleeping in the parking lot because so many people are homeless. And as I'm reading the comments, this one female responded to someone else's comment, not even the actual poster. And the guy, someone in the comment section said something like, yeah, it's very, very difficult. Like I'm in that situation and I have a 9-to-5 and I can't even afford it. So I'm sleeping in my Silverado truck or whatever. So she responded to him and said, thank God that you have a truck, because some of us are actually homeless and like sleeping outside. Like we don't even have a vehicle because the vehicle was repossessed. Instantly conviction. Message her. So now I feel like I'm pinging in so many different directions, trying to explain also why obedience is time sensitive. Also how God will typically use complete strangers to bless you. See, you think it's your cousin, or you think it's a person who blessed you before. Then you get mad with the people but if a person is tapped in, they may not even have a conviction to bless you. Do you know how many people can call and reach out for blessings or this, that, and third, and God will say no for different reasons, right? That person could be in a season where they're making their head hard and they're dealing with the wrath of God. And let me just tell you, when you're in a season dealing with the wrath of God, he won't let nobody help you. He don't even want to help you until you learn the lesson. And if you're not careful, if you go and move and help somebody when God tells you not to, do you know that you have to deal with the consequences too? Because you're getting in God's way. Oh, this thing is not for the faint at heart. Oh, it ain't for the faint at heart, honey. Oh, no. You got instructions, right? You got instructions. We don't move according to flesh. Now, typically, of course, many of us used to. Raise my hand over here. We didn't know any better, right? Holy Spirit had to train us. Like, no. You're not nice. You're kind. You're not nice. Nice will get you dragged. You're not nice. You're kind. And even with being kind, you got to follow my lead. Because even with kind, you got to be careful. Oh, honey, this thing ain't for the faint of heart. It's pressure, crack your back like a lobster. So I messaged her, right? I had to wait on the Holy Spirit to figure out, okay, well, I mean, what do you need? Just words, ask her, right? I had to wait on specific words, right? Which I did. And I chatted with her for 30 minutes. And I bought her a hotel for the night. Right? And she was one of those people. She was like, I'm the kind of person that I have taken care of people all my life. I think she said she was 35. She's like, I've taken care of people. Like, I'm the person who would let my lights get turned off to help other people. And do you know, in this season, I can't find nobody. People who owe me money, I can't even find nobody. So, of course, the Holy Spirit gave me more words to give her to help her to understand, right? Since this is a season that she's going through, never been through. And I had to help her to understand that a lot of the times, again, this happens before major shifts. Also, God will allow the people that you think should help you, and they probably should, but he'll hold that back because he don't want nobody else to get the glory. So he will use a complete stranger, because then you got to know it's God. That's how you build your faith with God. That's how you know God is the only one you can depend on. So you got to know it's God. I don't know you. I want a new Gucci bag. I don't know you. So you got to know it's God. So thank you for recognizing I'm an obedient vessel. But honey, go praise the Lord, honey. Don't put that praise on me, because I'm human just like you. I'm flawed just like you. So you see how, and I trust and believe that more doors is going to open for her. But you see how an instruction can look just like a prompting. Comment on this video. And mind you, she also stated that she's very really shy. And so she was like, she doesn't like, she don't even have like a lot of pictures up or whatever the case may be. And I paid the hotel directly. Trust me, you're no fool over here, right? But she was like, the Spirit kept telling her to just comment. She didn't know why. She said she wanted to comment and like try to give somebody else like support. Like, hey, I'm making it out here without a car either, right? But here, that looks like a prompting, an instruction. All right. So that just popped up. So I wanted to give that example that sometimes it ain't the people you think. Just do what God tells you to do. Go where God tells you. There's already a person who's ordained to assist you. Out of everybody else, there was a highlight on her. God remembered her. Here she is doing all this stuff all of her life for others. God take notes. This is why I tell people, don't ever, I know we're human, so we can be in our feelings because we feel like having a big heart get us betrayed a lot, or we feel like the people we help backstab us, or they betray us, they fumble us. See, you got to see it. Your blessings come back from God, not people. That's what we get hooked up at in the emotional place, and then we want to, But truth of the matter is, your blessings come back from God. So each time you do something from your heart, from that big, beautiful heart, my chosen one, God take notes. It's almost like a notepad. He take notes. 5 seasons ago, you forgot about it because you moved from a heart posture. You're not thinking about who you helped 5 years ago. He took notes. He took notes. They betrayed you. He took notes. They fumbled you. He took notes. And now in a season that you're in need, he uses a complete stranger to show you that he remembers you. That having a great heart was not a bad thing. Your blessings come back from me. I'll deal with those people. Those people will eventually hit their own season of wrath and this, that, and the third. So another instruction can look like, again, so you're looking for, I got sidetracked, but you're looking for a job. All right. So you're filling out 1,000 applications. And I mean, nothing is hitting, seriously. And you're getting frustrated because you feel like, Lord, I know I heard you told me that you got a new job for me. So they're all emailing me back and saying like, sorry, we found somebody else. This is that and third. Now you're dealing with the spirit of rejection that's pinging up. So now you're all in your feelings. You're crying like, God hates me. God, you must hate me. This is that and the third, right? With all that emotion going on, right? That's part of survivor mode too, because when you're going through something like that, you're in full-blown survivor mode. You're trying to survive, right? So anxiety is there, all this stuff. So it's really, really, really hard to hear from God like that, right? We're human again. Don't beat yourself up. The key is if you yourself can recognize that you got to silence yourself, and it's going to be very difficult, especially if it's your first season and you're frantic like that. If you can recognize it and do it yourself, meaning remove all distractions, get silent, tap in, he'll give you your instruction. Or if you don't, he has to let you tire yourself out. So that means you're going to be fighting and applying for 1,000 jobs now, and everybody, and like he's going to let you tire yourself out until you finally say, okay, at this point, I don't even care anymore because I'm just worthless, I guess. Nobody, what am I, chopped liver over here? Like he's going to get you to that point. So either you can follow the convictions to silence yourself and tap in, or he'll let you wear yourself out. All right, either which way, however you arrived there, he now have your attention. And then you'll hear, however God speaks to you, you'll hear, I told you I have a job for you. I told you I have a new season for you, and this job is going to help you get to the new season. But I didn't tell you go apply for a job. And you're thinking like, what? How am I supposed to get the job? Right? But now you can hear him. He'll say, I don't want you applying for the job. Instead, I'm going to give you some words that's going to make you stand out. So rather than you apply for a job, go on the same forum, and post the words that I give you. Because see, when you're looking for a job like that, you're in desperation, right? Which is what it is, right? You're moving in lack. Right? But you got to know who you are. You got to know what you carry. So I'm going to give you some words that are going to stand out. So you now go on this forum and you post something like, I don't know, to the effects of, say you are a manager at BP. I don't know, just throwing something out here. And you post your own words. My name is such and such. I am a manager at BP. I've been in this field for 15 years. Like just whatever. You post your, do you know he will send somebody to see that? And because he gave you strategic words, that is exactly what the person was looking for, right? They no longer are interested in viewing resumes because they saw your post that stood out. Boom. And not only will you get the job, it will be more than what you thought. So the point is, you will be given some kind of instruction. I'll give one more only for my good brothers, but I know I gave a brother chosen brother this couple of years ago, so I'll say it again. So I was at Walmart once, like 3 years ago. I didn't even know some Walmart have like barbershops. It's a barbershop. I never seen anything like it. I know they have like the salons, but this was more like a full barbershop type of thing. And when I walked in or whatever, you guys know me, I'm just very bubbly. I'm like, hey, how are you guys? And so one of them trying to holler, sir, you supposed to be cutting here. Why are you harassing my nerves? Right. But we started chatting. And so he was telling me that like the barbershop was just like really doing slow numbers, and they just couldn't understand like why it wasn't really moving like the salons would, if you will. So as he's talking to me, I can hear the Holy Spirit just giving me these downloads, right? I'm listening to him and listening to him and listening to him. And then I said to him, I said, have you ever thought about taking your license and maybe see if you can get some contracts with like assisted livings, nursing homes? I was like, I'm in healthcare, have been for a very long time. And most of these people, if not all, of course, most of these people can't leave these facilities, right? And so they still need careful because they have some like salons, if you will, within them, but not no full on barbershop type thing, right? So if you go in, like, sell yourself, of course, I mean, get yourself together and then go sell yourself to see if you can get some contracts, right? Go from nursing home to assisted living to maybe the orphanages, this, that, and the third, just to see, right? Just to see. That's an instruction, just to go see. And he was like, you know what? I never even thought in instruction. And I'm not saying that I don't know if it worked or not because I've never seen him again. But the point is, God can give you an instruction. And it's going to be something that you yourself were most likely didn't think of on your own. But he gives you the instruction. Then you apply it accordingly. You work the land, right? You may have some other stuff that comes up against it, just whatever. And then, boom, favor hits it one day. Now, there's every nursing home in the world that hears about a person who has it. Now, they all want you. You got to give God something to work with. Prayer is just not enough. Many times it is. Just depends. But a lot of the times, prayer is going, some actions got to follow. It's a partnership. Next. What was the next thing? Relocate, moving. If one of you guys listen to my messages in its entirety, can you please plug in the timestamps with these three? For some reason, I'm feeling a pull to do that. If not, I can try to go back through them and add them. But so here we go again with action, with an instruction. Some of you guys are asking for marriages or partnerships, new ministries, just a new start, right? You are completely dissatisfied with where you currently are. You just feel like there has to be more. I feel there's more. Honey, I am so tapped out here at this level or with this, that, and the third. And you have this instruction. Do you know a lot of the times the very blessings that you're asking for, a lot of the times the very promises that God have shown you is not where you currently are? And he will make it known to you at some point. I mean, he may have already made it known to you, but he's going to drive things up so much that you will have to know it's time to go. Now, granted, we got free will, so you can stay there if you choose to, with all the weeds and honey, that grass is so brown. I mean, you can stay there, right? He's not going to force you, but at the same time, he doesn't have to give you what you're asking for if you're being disobedient to leave. And a lot of the times too, leaving can also be trauma responses, right? Because a lot of the times, especially in our community, you grow up in like a survivor mode. So it's almost like that mindset of like, you got to stay in the struggle together forever, right? Right? Where really it should be at least a few need to make it out, right? So you can come back and get the rest if that's what it calls for. They got to want it. The fear of the unknown for some people. And I get it, right? I mean, I'm not that chick. Only because I learned to push past the fear. And see, once you so it's not that you ever won't be fearful, meaning it's not that you won't be fearful to relocate for the first time in your life. It's not that you won't be fearful to travel, even internationally, for the first time in your life. It's not that you won't be fearful that, okay, who am I? I don't even know anybody there. It's not that you won't have that, right? Because I had it. But you got to push past the fear at least one time. It's something when you do it one time, it breaks down the what do you call it? I don't know, the guard gates. And when you do it, you're like, why didn't I do this like 95 years ago? Like the freedom, the this, the that. Even like when it comes down to traveling, right? You don't have 1,000 people that you got to meet their demands, and it's so much freedom. It just depends on what kind of trip that you're taking. I recently took a solo vacation because I needed a solo mindset. I mean, I didn't end up solo. Well, that don't sound right, but you get the point here, right? I was solo, but the point I'm making here is you're not going to be alone, because something happens when people see you alone. You attract people. It's something about your confidence that you can do it alone. It's something about, I don't have to comb through 1,000 of your friends just to say hello, right? There's so much. So when you get there, everything finds you. For some of you, God may have already relocated you some years ago. And now there's this pressing that he may be relocating you yet again. Now that can be for different reasons. Maybe you've already gotten what you needed at this current level. And then truth of the matter is, you may not have gotten what you thought, meaning you thought when you got there you would have maybe started a business or a ministry, this is that and third, and it didn't work out the way you thought. But he used it and it grew you up. You are not the same person that you were when you first got there. That's another reason why he moved you, because he exposed you to more. So if you're just stuck and stagnant in this one area and you've never traveled, he's never relocated you. So a lot of the times he has to pull you apart from what you're comfortable with. And then he exposed you to more things. He exposed you to more people, more opportunities, things that you would have never got exposed to if you had stayed wherever it is that he's calling you from, if he is calling you from there. So he grows you up, right? You go from level to level. And so now you've gotten everything that you've learned. I don't know, maybe you got into a relationship while you were there, and maybe you learned something within the relationship or the marriage. Again, it could be business related, but he grew you up. Maybe it was a healing season for you, because it's very hard to heal in an environment that's traumatized you. So he may have sent you somewhere just to heal you. So you're frustrated when you first got there 5 years ago, thinking like you're supposed to meet this person or this, that, and third. And the whole time it was about him having you in a healing season and you didn't even know it. And now that you've came out of this healing season, now when he shifts you wherever he's taking you next, that's where your husband will be. See, we keep thinking, that's our problem. We think we know everything. We don't know nothing. So you thought he sent you there for this reason, because he promised you the spouse. But did he tell you that was the season for it? Did he tell you your spouse will be there, right? Or do you feel like because he moved you there, that is where the spot? No, he moved you there to give you a healing season. Now that you've completed your healing season, now he may relocate you again, or he may keep you there and you meet somebody, whatever the case may be. But now he moved you and shift you somewhere else. Now, boom. Now, the new season, you meet the man just like this or the woman just like that, because you've already healed. So now you can attract. You're not blocking things because of that trauma in your heart, in your spirit. For some of you guys, this is if you can get past the fear. With others, I mean, he may know you're going to struggle so much with fear that he'll snatch the rug. He'll let you lose a job. Not that he will cause it, if you will. He will allow it. He will allow you to lose a job. He will allow the entire family to turn on you. He will allow the ex to cheat on you. I don't want to make it seem like he would do that, but he will allow it, absolutely, because he knows you need some help. He knows you're broken down, especially if you're coming out of a relationship or a marriage and your self-esteem is to the floor because maybe it was a narcissist or whatever the case may be. And when you're low like that, like if a person had like really, really like took you to that level and you're so low, it's very, very, very hard to even believe that there's better. So you stay stuck and stagnant thinking you have to deal with this foolishness because they said no one else wants you. Honey, do you know who we are? Oh, we don't chase, we replace. Do you know who we are? We may forget in a season or two, but honey, when we remember, oh Lord, when we remember, woo, honey. So guys, if God is pressing upon you for the first time, for that group, for the first time, everything awaits you. Meaning you may still be in that place trying to figure out, well, I mean, how am I going to And please hear me. Wait until you hear from God. Like he'll make it clear to you. He'll give you 1,000 confirmations per day. You wouldn't even have to question it, because you know sometimes you try to figure out, like, is this God? Is this not God? Honey, when it comes down to seasonal shifts, like, the instructions are very, very profound. The downloads are very, very he makes it known to you. Seasonal shifts come with very, very, very profound downloads, and they also comes with ease, meaning you're not going to have everything fighting against you. It's almost like the dominoes are just all laid down. So now when you get there, you just got to move past the fear and start worrying about seeing the blueprint. You move on the instruction. He says, go move to Florida. I don't know why I keep saying Florida for some reason when I make these examples. He said, move to Florida. Okay. You just go trusting and believing when you get there, things are going to work out. There's people already aligned, people ordained to take your hand and assist you. There are jobs awaiting you, right? Favor, because you're in alignment, favor will find you. So these people would typically maybe need you to already be working 3 years before they can even give you an apartment. You meet somebody, honey, they know the Lord up in that office too, right? That's how favor works. Favor finds you when you are in obedience to what God tells you to do. So you might have had them Walmart tubs stacked from the floor to the ceiling for the last 2 years, talking about you leaving. Honey, them thing got spider webs on it, right? Or for the second group who have already been relocated. I also feel too, like a lot of people are being called, I've said this before, being called to dual citizenships. Many people will be called to move out of the country for different reasons, but it's going to be related to purpose and calling and your destiny, things like that. But if you've been relocated before and you're feeling oppressing again, certain signs you'll feel in the spiritual realm is that a lot of the things that you accumulated when you first got to wherever you are, there's now a urge to like I don't know, maybe you held on to dear life when you first got there because there were certain things that you encountered and you, because it was related to the quote unquote new season, you locked onto it for dear life. And now there's like this prompting to release that stuff because like the season is over for it. So you got to think in this, but now that the season is over and you like, you don't even like, I don't even like you no more. Like, that type of thing, right? And then he'll start giving you promptings where you feel very dissatisfied in the place where when you first got there, you felt very satisfied. You felt liberated, you felt free, you felt like it was a new start to start this ministry, start this, meet these people, da, 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 da. And then he started to dry it up in the sense of you're no longer fulfilled. And there's not a desire to want even more. And guess what? The more is at a higher level, right? It increased. So now you feel stagnant at the place where you now feel like there's more. Like, I want to see more. I want to be on a different level with people. Like this, that, and the third. So he'll make it known to you. But don't move too fast and then don't move too slow because you can miss him in either way. These are Kairos shift. And the one thing that the enemy is going to do is keep you fully distracted with nonsense. So you miss your download, which ultimately may cause you to miss your shift. You guys have a great one. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.